So we have finally made it, the NBA season has arrived, and we are finally able to watch basketball again. As most of you guys know that watch this channel, I am a diehard Cleveland Cavaliers fan, and that's of course what I'm going to be talking about in this video. The season is starting to roll around, and there is so much to cover, so this is going to be an exciting one. And if you do enjoy this video, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to show your support. It takes only 5 seconds and it really helps my channel grow and get pushed out to more people, plus you can always change your mind. So as a Cleveland sports fan, I know most of us are disappointed right now with the Guardians losing to the Yankees in the ALDS, but on the bright side, they still had a good season that nobody expected, and now it's time to focus on the Cavs. So before I even get into anything, I want to address the recent trade rumors that have been going around with Jay Crowder, because they need to end now. We have our team set roster-wise. I don't want to bring any toxicity into the locker room when the Cavs already have a great thing going. Yes, I know Crowder was only a problem because of LeBron, but I don't want to take any chances, and I have full belief that Lamar Stevens and Cedi Osmans will step up big time. I guess now at this point, I'm just going to get the other bad thing out of the way with Evan Mobley spraining his ankle. He was out for 2 weeks and he's finally recovered, but I just hope this doesn't start a trend for the Cavaliers this season, because last year they were so injury plagued. I don't expect the Cavs to be completely healthy because obviously injuries happen, but if just 50% less injuries happen, then the Cavs should be in for a fun season. According to a survey that's done every year by GMs across the league, the Cleveland Cavaliers, to no surprise, were voted to have the best young and upcoming core in the entire NBA. I'm making this video before the season starts, and I just heard the news that JB Bickerstaff has decided to go with Caris Lavert at the starting small forward position. This one was interesting because I really thought the Cavs were going to go with Okoro because of his defense, but at the end of the day, Lavert was a standout at camp. He has good length, which will be needed with both Garland and Mitchell starting in the backcourts. Now with Mitchell on the team, the Cavs have higher expectations that nobody would have ever expected. Even just 365 days ago, if you told me Cleveland was expected to win around 50 games in 2023, I wouldn't believe you. Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell is going to be such an elite duo, especially with the fact that Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen will be playing behind them. One thing everyone noticed with Mitchell when he was on the Jazz is that he would get absolutely exhausted from having to carry the load on offense, that he had no energy to play defense. And that might even be an understatement. Donovan Mitchell was so bad at defense last year that he was considered a liability on that end. Now that Garland and Mitchell will both be able to run the offense, as well as guys like Lavert, Neto, and eventually Rubio again, Donovan should have no issues with being exhausted for as long as we stay healthy. Anyways, moving on now, I want to talk about Isaac Okoro. So even though Caris Lavert did get the nod to be the starting 3, I still really am in love with the potential Okoro has. From what I've heard, he's always the first and last person in the gym, and he's been working on his 3-point shot big time this offseason. He's been working on everything from his arc to release, and if he can even just become a respectable 3-point shooter, this team will be even more of a problem. On top of this, Isaac Okoro is probably the best transition finisher we have. He's not the best dribbler, but when he gets going, he's super crafty around the rim and knows how to finish strong through contact. As long as things keep going the way I see them going, Okoro is going to have a nice long career that hopefully will be with the Cavs. Sticking with the small forward position, Cedi Osmans is someone that's also going to need to step up with this bench unit. Cedi has always been an inconsistent shooter, and I thought he was going to be traded, but somehow he's still here, and if he can just knock down big shots when it matters, then that's all we need from him. Moving on to another forward I need to talk about is Dean Wade. Wade is super underrated, and honestly with his size, I could see him in the starting lineup. He's not flashy, he plays by the fundamentals, and just got a new contract for a reason. Wade was a big part of the Cavs' success last year with all the injuries they faced, and I think the task will be just as tall in 2023. Injuries really were the only reason the Cavs didn't make it far last season. Anyways, I'm going to move on from the small forwards, and no, I didn't forget about Lamar Stevens. I'm just going to talk about him in a different video. Now I want to talk about Evan Mobley, because he is going to be the key piece that decides how far Cleveland can go. I've seen the talent that Mobley has from day one, and I really do feel like he's bottled up some of it, and it's time to unleash. He played passive on the offensive end last year, and I really expect him to get involved in the lob game a lot more, especially with how much stronger he's gotten. According to the survey done by all the GMs, Mobley is the most likely player to break out in 2023, so that means the rest of the league has noticed him as well. I'll never understand why Mobley didn't win Rookie of the Year last season, but it could honestly be a good thing because now he has an even bigger chip on his shoulder to prove to the NBA why he's a future superstar. Mobley has so much length and mobility that he truly is a one-of-a-kind player, and somehow he has solid ball handling and an amazing touch around the rim. I've seen a lot of Anthony Davis comparisons, but if Mobley stays healthy, he can be even better. The Cavs just have so much talent all around and can beat you in so many ways. If Garland wants an off night, then Mitchell can take over. If Mitchell wants an off night, then of course Garland can take over, along with the other starters as well. So I know I said earlier that this video was made before the first game, but actually right now I'm finishing this during the first half of the Toronto game, and from what I've seen, Garland and Mitchell have both been passive, but Lavert and Osman have really been the aggressors. The Raptors pretty much play reckless and get away with whatever they want, so it's been tough to get a solid flow going. Besides all that, I've actually been loving what I'm seeing, especially for the first game of the year. The Raptors really do play like a bunch of out-of-control wild animals, and the refs needed to do a better job, and that's why Garland got his eye poked out before halftime of that game. Basketball-wise though, the Cavs are way better than the Raptors, and I don't understand at all why Cleveland is being so slept on. According to the ESPN odds I saw, the Cavs were only predicted to win about 42 games, which is just ridiculous. I guess it's good for some people that want to make money, but how on earth can you say the Cavs will win less games than last year? They added another All-Star in Donovan Mitchell, and the Cavs dealt with so many injuries last season that it cost them over 5 wins. So basically, in simpler terms, the Cavs have a full starting lineup of All-Stars, and also a deep bench with veterans such as Kevin Love, Raul Neto, Robin Lopez, and Ricky Rubio when he gets healthy. Rubio was one of those guys last season who played out of his mind, and the team fed off his energy. As soon as he went down with that ACL tear, the whole season fell into pieces, and the offense was never the same. That's all I have to say in this video. I covered a lot, and obviously there is so much more to talk about. I cannot wait for the season to get going. I'm going to continue to pump out as much content as possible, so I would really appreciate it if you join me for the ride. I'm on the road to 6K subscribers, and I believe y'all can help me get there. Also, one more thing, make sure to comment below what you want to see next. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and until next time, I'll see you all later.